Hi, this is going to be a quick video on how I changed the spark plug on my ML550. You can use it as a reference, but this is absolutely not a full guide. The tools that I needed was a T30 socket. I bought this gear wrench, thin wall, magnetic spark plug adapter. I bought some spark plugs. The OEM is a NGK double platinum plugs, or the Bosch double platinums, but I upgraded to lithium because they according to NGK, they're a little bit better. But if you don't want any trouble, just use the stock plug so it would work the first time. I, however, decided to upgrade and see how these new ones work. If they don't, I'll return them and go back to the OEM plug. It was only, I'm expecting 30 to 35 minutes. One of the other things that I have here, I really like this ratchet, which is adjustable. So you see I can extend it so now it's a long ratchet, so for loosening, and for tightening I wanted to do small because I didn't want to over tighten. That's one of the biggest ways we can mess up, and I always tighten by hand once I have loosened the thing. That way there's no cross threading. So let's get started and with the removal of engine cover, and then we could see all the spark plugs. Right, so I'm gonna do spark plugs on my ML550. This is an 8-cylinder, so you got 4 on this side and 4 on this side. It's fairly simple. So to do this, you would need to open 2 screws. One is right here, the other one is right there to remove the coil, and you need a T30, and then you need a 5/8. I bought this gear wrench with the magnetic thing so the plug doesn't fall in, and then you don't need to remove the connector right here. Just pull the coil out, put it on the side. There's enough space to complete all of this on this side and also on the other side. One of the things I would recommend is just use your wrench or ratchet to just loosen this, and do everything by hand. So when you remove the spark plug, use your ratchet to loosen it, and then use your hand to remove the remaining. Like, just hold the top of it and rotate. And same thing when you're dropping a plug in there. So this is a very nice tool so the plug doesn't fall out. It's magnetic and hold the plug in. But just start the plug by hand. That's probably one of the biggest error you could do, is cross thread the spark plug in, and then don't over tighten. You just want to crush the washer. If you want the torque specs, just go to the NGK's website or Mercedes, download the manual, and you can get the torque spec. But I'm just doing it by hand. I've done this like my 4th or 5th time doing spark plugs. First time on this car, but this is just as simple as a 4-cylinder Honda Accord or Civic. Just open them. There's just more of them. So take your time and you should be fine. Alright, so I just want to show how the NGK radium plugs looks like and show the socket. So this is the special socket that you need, that this plug would not just fall into the cylinder. It actually holds it pretty well. So make sure you do this, and again, hand tighten, thread it down, and then so there's no cross thread. So that's the trickiest part about this whole thing. Once you pull the spark plug, you want to just compare the two. They should be the same height. I'm putting NGK, and initially this one had a Bosch. It'll look the same. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed.